We're fishing late fall right now, and the water's really cold. The muskies aren't as aggressive as they are in the summer. We have different types of presentations for them. We got our tubes and soft plastics, get them baits down deep, jig them, bring them into the boat. We got our crankbaits. If you're fishing rocks, bounce them off the rocks. Can be great to trigger strikes and to get follows. We got our jerk baits for fishing shallower. One highly underused bait for this time of year, what I really like, are bucktails. Even fishing deep water, throw them out as far as you can, slowly roll them in. Just reel as slow as you possibly can, just enough so those blades are spinning. One thing that's great with these two is you get a lot of follows. And right now we're running lots of suckers. We got 2-3 suckers out at the same time. And the key is bringing them fish into those suckers. And that can help you get your next bite.
This time of the year, you know, we work the structures real slowly, and what we'll do a lot of times, especially when there's sandgrass on the bottom, which is the case here, that muskies and other forwards will just kind of roam around over that stuff. We'll work the edges, and then we'll actually like take a drift down the middle right over the sandgrass areas. Right when I finished that, I actually made a kind of an interesting comment. I said, hey, give me an apple, and I'm just gonna eat until these fish eat. And I wasn't done with my apple. And all of a sudden I hear the click click on the down rod there, and I pick it up, and it's kind of neat because I'm holding it and I can tell it's just still a nervous sucker. I can feel that sucker going tick, 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 but he hadn't grabbed it yet, and then all of a sudden, boom, you felt that little hop in the line and just the weight there. Is he on there, Jim?
Yep.
You need me to move, or are you gonna do it?
I'm gonna do it. Ready?
Because next thing I know, when I look back, Jim is half on the ground, the rod's up in the air, it's hardly bent, I'm wondering what's going on. But he gets back up and sets the hook again, and then starts hollering big fish. You can see in this clear water.
It's a nice one.
Oh, good, good, good. I didn't know you had him. I heard all that noise.
Real nice one.
Good.
Real nice one. Going under here, Pete.
All right.
I think we're gonna have to get that other deal out there. Real nice. Real nice.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. We were just going.
Crazy.
I didn't even know what was happening. I was going for the net, and I heard you just flying around. Wow. This clear water, that is awesome.
Yep. Here he comes.
Okay. Give him a turn around. Right in there. Oh.
There we go. Yeah.
Nice one, Jimmy.
Nice.
I fish this system a lot, and what's really cool is you can catch the same fish over and over. As Jim was fighting his fish, I looked, and on the back of this fish had a scar, and I recognized that from earlier this year. I actually caught that same fish he caught about 4 or 5 months ago. So it's really a good testament to catch and release. You can catch the same fish over and over again.
But look at that.
That's a nice one, man. That's a nice one.
So Josh, you ever see this fish here before?
I have caught this fish before. I caught her this July.
Really?
Yeah, you see this mark? That's the deal.
Catch and release really works.
Got any teeth in that
Yeah.
one? Center or no?
Little bit.
Just a little. Boy, they're gummers out here.
Yeah.
I think Josh has knocked all their teeth out.
Yeah, nice fish. real nice and thick fish.
That is
Why we love fall fishing.
Yeah.
I'll get her back here,
That's a
Pete.
fatty, dude. Yeah, go ahead. And get
Let
it back.
someone else catch her. Man, she's got some. She's just built.
That one's a big Swede
Here she
shape
goes.
there.
Oh, right on.
Real Deal. Real fishing information from real fishing experts. Presented by Amsoil.
You know, trolling for muskies is an extremely effective system, especially when you want to cover a lot of water, whether it be a deep water area or a long edge or maybe a big shallow flat. You got to cover a lot of water. Trolling is the best way to go. People ask me all the time, what type of line should I be using trolling? And really pretty simple. It's just a twofold system. For my down rods that I want to achieve a little bit more depth, these are the lines that are running right out straight behind the boat or down off to the side. I generally want to get a little more depth, and a lot of times I'm purposefully bumping structure. I'm bumping rocks, so I want a little more abrasion resistance, and I also want those lures to be able to get down deeper. For that reason, I use super braid. I'll generally use spider wire ultracast in the 65 or 80 pound test, or fireline braid works well for that. And now for planer boards, it's kind of interesting. Monofilament's the way to go, and a lot of people worry about monofilament because it's got stretch. They think they're not going to get as good a hook sets. I've actually found that anytime you're using a planer board or anything with a release, downrigger release, it might be a mass system release, those hold in better. The monofilament holds in better, where the super braid may actually tear that release up. And it seems like with that extra stretch, you actually have better hookups and you'll have a higher percentage of fish getting to the boat. The other thing in general, just for both types of trolling, is you want a nice long rod, but you also don't want a real stout rod. You want a pretty good taper to it, medium heavy and a fairly fast tip. Something about that, when they grab those baits and they start to shake, that combination of that stretching and pulling, I think, is actually what drives the hooks in and helps you catch more muskies.